This video chart presentation of KU6 Media Company. It's a NASDAQ-listed stock trading our ticker KUTV. Stock ended last week with a big move, up over 15%. Pretty thinly traded stock, only 121,000 shares traded. But as often happens with thinly traded stocks, they can make real big moves in one day. Of course, that can be either direction. You can see through here, drop them $1.80 down to 155 in one day as well. That's the risk reward of lower float plays. But that being said, stock's holding over top of the 50-day moving average, which is in a nice firm uptrend. Golden cross back here in June. Stock's been steadily making its way higher since, higher highs, higher lows, nice upward channel. So I want to pay attention to it going forward, see if it's going to go through and take out these old highs at $1.89, and generally overall continue the upward path. Got a bullish cross, 12 just passed through the 26 EMA, right there around zero. It's exactly what we always want to see. See back here in July, that was the last dip, followed by a real nice move after the bullish cross. ADX is again down very low. It's cooled off from the last move, indicating that the downward path it's been on has lost its strength. Now again, we'll just look for this cycle to repeat and see if stocks start taking on some upward pressure and let the ADX show that that's gaining strength. MFIs coming up upon 50. That's the bullish break that we look for. Show that people are paying higher prices for the stock. Accumulation distribution held that bottom, now turned, moving back upward again. Shaking money flow just now popping back through zero, saying that buying pressure over 20 period increments is starting to outweigh selling pressure. CCI, the technical buy signal, comes on the break of 100, which just happened with Friday's move. Full stows turned up, still in bearish territory below 50, but giving some early hints that momentum's coming back into the play. And the tricks to gauge a trend, see how it's making higher lows. Looks like it's going to turn right there around zero, perhaps drop another bullish cross, signaling that the trend is going back in bull mode. Spike in volume, big move in share price, relative strength index just shot forward, holding the upper half of the indicator, showing that there's bullish momentum in the play. So the indicators look pretty strong, but I think what's most important in this chart is quite simply just this upward trend. It's a strong pattern, big moves inside of it. This last move from down here on $1.15 all the way up to $1.89. It's a large percentage gain. And with it holding this upward path of higher lows, it certainly is looking strong to try and continue moving forward this week. And there's not a lot of resistance in sight outside of these old highs right there at 189. So that would be the key point that I'd be looking for. Still a 10% move from Friday's close at 172. If it wanted to pull back, I'd like to see it hold support at $1.50. This old breakout point from back in June keeps it right there around the 50-day moving average, which right now is at 152. And if it breaks below that, and say it even drops back down to this support level around $1.40, what I'd be concerned with going forward is that it would come down and make another low and start to establish a downward channel off of these peaks. So that's why it's a little bit important for me right now to see if it's going to press on. I'd like to see volume stay strong so it can gather as much steam as possible to try and blow through this resistance point. Those are the type of things that I'll be looking for in the KUTV chart. But as always, merely my interpretation. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.